Good evening, everyone. This is January 2021 paper 1PR for the unit WPH 1. If you want this paper, you have to subscribe to the channel and leave your ID in a comment box. So I will forward this paper along with a marking scheme. The boxes give some situation and some energy stored. Draw one straight line from each situation to the energy stored that decreases for that situation. The first one has been done, a beaker of a water cooling down. So which energy is decreasing? The thermal energy is decreasing. So a car moving horizontally and slowing down. So which form of energy is decreasing for the car? So for a moving object, they have kinetic energy. A ball falling towards the ground, so the gravitational potential energy. A nuclear split in a fusion, so that's a nuclear energy. And a stretched rubber band that will have elastic strain energy. Next is energy is transferred when a filament lamp is connected to a battery. Which method of energy transfer take place between battery and the lamp? So between battery and the lamp, the energy transfer is the chemical energy changes to electrical energy. Which method of energy transfer take place between a lamp and the surrounding? So between the lamp and the surrounding, the energy transfer in the form of light. The diagram shows the apparatus used to demonstrate the existence of electromagnetic radiation just beyond the visible spectrum. So the light is there, a white light from sun, which is a combination of violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. Complete the table to show the missing part of the spectrum. So Q is the red and S is the violet. So between them, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And above red it will be infrared, and below violet it will be ultraviolet. So they're asking for P. So P will be infrared. About R, as this R can be, S is violet, so R between them, so it will be green or yellow. And about T, because it is below violet, it shows that its deviation is more, so it's having a higher frequency than the violet, so that's why it is UV or ultraviolet. It suggests why the lower part of each thermometer should be painted black. Why it should be painted black? Because dull and dark surfaces are good absorber of radiation. The equipment is left for a short period of a time. The thermometer now show higher temperature than before. State the part of electromagnetic spectrum in this remark that would give the largest temperature, because the thermometer can record IRs. Infrared will give the largest radiation, and here the dull and dark surfaces are good absorber or good emitter. The diagram shows two objects orbiting the star. As you can see, the object X has a circular orbit around the star, and state the type of object that has a circular orbit around a star. So which type of object is having a circular object around the star? So these are planets. And the elliptical one, so this one is planet. And why is elliptical? So it can be a comet. Object X complete an orbit of star in 35 days. The radius of its orbit is equals to 1.5 into 10 to the power 11 meter. Orbital speed, we know speed is equals to distance over time. When object is moving in a circular path, the distance is equals to the circumference. So speed is distance divided by time. Distance is equals to circumference to 2 pi r, and the time into is t. So it will be 2 into 3.14 into the radius of orbit, which is 1.5 into 10 to the power 11, divided by time, 35 days, will convert into hours, multiply by 24, then we'll multiply by 60 to convert into minute, then multiply by 60 to convert into seconds. So speed will come out 3.1 into 10 to the power 5 meter per second. The diagram shows apparatus used to investigate how the pressure of the gas vary with temperature. A data logger, thermometer, pressure sensor are placed. The volume of a gas is kept constant by the flask. The volume of a gas is a controlled variable. State why it is important to keep a control variable constant throughout the investigation. So as you can see, we are finding the effect of pressure, like relation between pressure and temperature. So volume can also have effect on the pressure. That is why it should be kept constant, so that we can easily recognize what factor is causing a change, because the volume can also cause a change in pressure, change in volume cause a change in pressure, change in temperature can also cause change in pressure. So to make volume constant, so that we can work out the effect of temperature on pressure. The pressure of a gas changes as the temperature increases. The graph shows the result. Explain how these results show that there's a linear but not proportional. So linear relation, because it is a straight line, so it is linear. And why it is not proportional? Because it is not a straight line passing through origin. So if it was a straight line passing through origin, then it will be a proportional, but it is a linear as it's a straight line, but not proportional, because it is not starting from origin. Use the graph, determine the value of absolute for absolute zero. So, how we work out, basically the concept is that the moment when the gas does not apply any pressure, or the volume of a gas will be zero. So how we can work out, we can extend this graph which is shown. We'll extend this line to know at what pressure, like at what temperature the pressure is zero. That is called the absolute temperature. So in this example it will come out as minus 300 degree centigrade. Explain how the pressure of a gas changes as temperature increases, and include idea about the particles in your answer. So when we increase the temperature, the particles, the kinetic energy increases, the particles will move faster and they will collide with the wall more often, result in increase in pressure. The pressure of a gas is 112 kilopascal. At 35, a gas is heated to 340. Using some different apparatus, calculate the pressure of a gas when the temperature is 340. So whenever you are using this formula, like as we know, pressure and temperature are directly proportional to each other, or the ratio between pressure and temperature is kept constant. So P1 over T1 is equals to P2 over T2. But temperature should be in Kelvin, so we should add 273 to convert into Kelvin. And the initial pressure is 112. So this 35 should be converted into Kelvin, which will be equal to 300 and 273 plus 35. So that will be equal to 308, and 273 plus 340, that will be equal to 630. So P1, which is 112 kilopascal, so 112 into 10 power 3 divided by the first temperature 308, P2 we don't know, and the second temperature 613. We'll solve for P2, which will come out 220 into 10 power 3 Pascal, or 220 kilo Pascal. The volume of a gas is constant in this investigation. Give a name of other quantity that must be constant. So the number of the particles which we use, that should also be kept constant, because if the number of the particle changes, the pressure exerted by the gas will also change. A student does an investigation to show how velocity of a toy car changes when the car rolls down a ramp onto a table and hits a wooden block. The graph shows how the velocity of toy car changes with time. Calculate the distance of velocity time for zero point 0.4 second. So area under the graph will give us the distance traveled. So what it is making a trapezium, half sum of the parallel side into height will get the distance traveled by the, so it will be half sum of the parallel side, so 4.3. It can be, you can add for triangle, half base into height can also be done for triangle, and then length into width for rectangle, and sum them, or you can use a trapezium. Sum of the parallel side multiplied by the difference, so parallel side 0.2 plus 0.4. The total distance traveled will come out 1.29 meter. As this zero point 0.2 and 0.4, so this is 0.2 and this one is 0.4, and the difference between the two values, that is 4.3. Calculate acceleration of a car between zero point 0.4 to 0.45 second. So acceleration, velocity time graph gradient represent acceleration from zero point 0.4 to 0.45 second. So it is decelerating, it's v minus u over t, it's a straight line. So, or we can find the gradient, or we can use the formula v minus u over t. So the final is 0, the initial is 4.3. So 0 minus 4.3 and divided by time interval 0.05. So deceleration will be 86 meter per second square. State the formula for calculating a resultant linking force, mass and acceleration. F is equals to ma. So mass is 0.13, resultant force, so 0.13 multiplied by 86, that will give us the resultant force on this, which is 11 Newton. A piece of soft material is fixed to the front of a car. Explain how this will affect the gradient of a velocity time graph after the car hits the block. So if you place a soft material, the soft material will absorb the energy, and gradually the car will take relatively longer time to slow down. So as it will take longer time to slow down, the deceleration will be smaller. If deceleration is smaller, the gradient will be less steeper. So the same graph, if a soft material is there, so it may even it may not have a constant deceleration, but the deceleration compared to the first one, it will be less steep. Ray diagram shows the light traveling from air to glass using a protractor. Measure this angle. So using a protractor, we have to measure this angle. This side we will have 0. So approximation I will use here. Approximately it will be 70. State a formula for refractive index, because moving from air to glass, so it is sine angle I over sine angle R. And refractive index, so angle of incidence is 29 and angle of refraction is 17. We'll get the refractive index, but refractive index does not have any unit, so it will be 1.7 but without any unit, because it is a ratio comparison capability of the medium to bend the light. A glass containing fizzy drink, bubbles of carbon dioxide from the bottom of a forms at bottom of a glass, rises to the surface. The pressure and volume graph is shown. Describe a relation. It shows pressure and volume are inversely proportional to each other, or the product of pressure and volume will remain same. State the formula linking pressure difference, height and depth. So pressure is equals to density, gravity and depth, rho gh. Depth of a fizzy water in a glass is 22 centimeters, so we have to convert that into meter. The density is 1080. Calculate the pressure, so pressure is equals to density, gravity and depth. So density is 1080 multiplied by gravity, which is 10, multiplied by depth 0.22. So we'll get the pressure 2400 Pascal. Calculate the pressure of gas in bubble when the bubble is at the bottom. So basically when it is at the bottom, so the total net pressure is due to atmosphere plus liquid. So as it is inside the container, there is a pressure due to bubble and there is a pressure due to atmosphere. So what we'll do, we'll just sum them. The last answer, which was 2400, so we'll add 101 plus 2400, we'll get as 1034 Pascal. When a bubble is at the top of a glass, the pressure of the gas in the bubble is equal to 101 into 10 power 101,000 Pascal. The bubble has a volume of 0.084. Calculate the volume of the gas in a bubble when the bubble is at the bottom. So we have the formula P1 V1 equal P2 V2. So when it was at the bottom, this is the pressure experienced, and when it reaches the surface, it will experience the normal atmospheric pressure. So the pressure experience 103,400 multiplied by initial volume, we don't know. The final pressure when it is at the surface, 101,000 multiplied by the volume, it is 0.084 at the surface. So we'll get value for V1. The initial, which will come out 0.082 centimeter. When we are using a ratio, we don't have to convert the unit. The final answer will be in cm. As a pressure, we cancel with the pressure. The force called upthrust act vertically upward when a bubble is released. it accelerates vertically upward. Draw two label arrows. Because it is accelerating upward, it means the upward force should be more than the downward force. So vertical arrow which is pointing up, that is the upthrust, and the downward arrow is the weight. The reason why I did not draw both arrows of same length, as it is accelerating upward. So there should be a resultant force upward. Draw four magnetic field lines around a bar magnet, so it's always from north to south. The diagram shows a loop of a wire connected to terminal to voltmeter. Explain why the voltmeter reading changes from zero when the magnet is moved. So when we move the magnet, there is a change in magnetic field, and due to change in magnetic field, there is induced EMF. That's electromagnetic induction. The diagram shows two students holding a piece of string with a box attached. The box has a buzzer inside and can move along the string. The buzzer in a box emits a loud sound of constant frequency. The box moves away from student A at a constant speed. Explain why the sound heard by student A has a different frequency to a sound emitted. So that is due to a Doppler effect, because what happened due to relative change in frequency, due to motion of the source or observer, there is a relative change in frequency. The frequency of a sound or a wave which is emitted out from the buzzer is not changing, but as it is moved away from him, from her, so what happened? She will receive a longer wavelength and shorter frequency. And the one which is moving towards, she will receive higher frequency and shorter wavelength. So due to the Doppler effect, there will be a change in the frequency, apparent change in frequency. The frequency emitted out from the buzzer is same, but the what is received by student A, that will be a shorter frequency and a longer wavelength. Uranium-235 capture a neutron and undergo a fission in a chain reaction. The equation shows a possible nuclear fission reaction. Calculate X the number of the neutron released. So how many number of the neutrons are released, because the total should be same on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side, the nucleon number. So we have this on the left hand side, we have 236, because 235 plus 1, 236. On the right hand side it is 97 plus 135. So when we subtract these two numbers, we get 4. So this should be 4 neutrons. Describe what is meant by the chain reaction, or meaning of a chain reaction. Basically what happened, a fission releases a neutron, and this neutron captured by another uranium nuclei, which will undergo a fission chain reaction. Like the reaction proceed. Iodine-129 is an isotope found in radioactive waste of a nuclear power station. Show that the time required for a sample to have an activity less than 5 becquerel is approximately 60 million years. And the sample of iodine has activity of 72 kilobecquerel, and the half-life is 15 million. So originally we have 72 kilobecquerel, that's the original. And how many half-lives are there? There are 4 half-lives. So 72 kilobecquerel after first half-life, after 15 million years, it will turn into 36 kilobecquerel. After further 15 million years, it will turn into 18 kilobecquerel. After further 15 million years, it will turn into 9 kilobecquerel. And after further 15 million years, it will turn into 4.5 kilobecquerel. Some radioactive waste from nuclear power station have a very long half-life. Discuss the precaution that must be taken when disposing of this waste. So if it is having a very long half-life and this radioactive waste, whenever it is disposed of, so it should be in a strong container which does not corrode, and it should not allow the radiation to escape. And so it should resist corrosion. Normally when resist corrosion, it will be expensive as well, and we have to secure the area where this nuclear waste is disposed of, and it should not be disposed of near a marine life or a ocean body. A student uses this apparatus to investigate the force needed to pull the block along a ramp. State the formula linking the work done and distance moved. So work done, when we calculate its force into distance, we always take a distance in a direction in which the work is done, the force is applied. So we are applying force of 26, so the distance should be 0.89 to calculate a work done. Work done is equals to force into distance. So student pulls the block. So how work is, we'll just multiply this, we'll get the work done. 26 into 0, which will come out 23.1 joule or Newton meter. The block has a mass of 1.3 vertically it moves. We need a potential energy, that's mgh. So mass is 1.3, height 0.11, and gravity is 10. So we'll multiply these all factors. So 1.3 into 10, it will be 13. Then 13 into zero point 0.1, it will be 1.4. The final answer for energy will be 1.4 joules. Explain why the work done to move the block along a ramp is greater than increase in potential energy. Like we did here, work we did is about 23, and we are getting the increase in the potential energy, or the potential energy only 1.4 joule is there increase in potential energy. So what is the reason? Because some amount of energy might be lost to the surrounding due to friction between the surface of the block and the ramp. Students suggest it is better to use less steep ramp to raise the block through the same. Discuss an advantage and disadvantage using a less steeper ramp. So if you use a less steeper ramp, then it should be longer as well. If you want to reduce the slope, then it should be longer. And what is the advantage and what will be a disadvantage? So we need a lower forces required to move the block, or lower forces required to prevent the block from slipping, but we have to do a more we have to move the block to a greater distance, and it will increase the chance of losing energy, or greater chances there it will lose energy to the surrounding as greater distance is moved over the ramp. The diagram shows, question 12, the diagram shows some operatives used to find the mass of an object. Two pieces of metal foil act as a variable resistor. When more mass is added, the elastic string stretches. So this elastic string is stretched. and small piece of metal foil move to the right. So it will move towards the right and it changes the resistance, the length of a wire used. Draw a circuit diagram for this electrical circuit. The variable resistor has been drawn for you. So they drew a variable resistor, and we have a cell, ammeter is there. We just need a circuit diagram. This one is actually acting like a variable resistor. So we have a fixed resistor. Next to this, there's a fixed resistor. We have an ammeter to measure the current. We have a cell, and we join all of them by connecting wires. Any voltmeter is there. The resistor, cell, ammeter is there, and there's no voltmeter. The next part, draw a voltmeter. So now we have to draw a voltmeter. So we'll draw a voltmeter parallel to variable resistor. Explain how the voltage across a variable resistor changes if more mass is added. So if we add more mass, basically the new position. So if we add more mass, this part, the movable part, will move more towards the right hand side. As it moves more towards the right hand side, so charges have to flow through longer length. So if they have to flow through longer length, resistance and length are directly proportional. Resistance will increase. The student extended the investigation by keeping the mass constant, replacing a cell with variable power supply. He's changing the voltage, so current will change. State the independent variable in the student investigation. So he's changing the voltage and the current is also changing. So change in the voltage is causing a change in the current. So the independent variable is the voltage. Plot the student result on the grid. So roughly I will sketch, I will not use the values to, and draw a line of best fit. So when you plot, because voltage is on y-axis here and current on x-axis, so resistance will be the slope, the gradient, and voltage and current are directly proportional if the resistance is kept constant. So this graph between a voltage and resistance, voltage and current should be a straight line passing through origin, and the gradient will give us the value of R. So this was paper 1PR for unit 4PH1, January 2021. If you want this paper as well as the marking scheme, subscribe to the channel, and in a comment leave your ID, so I will send you the question paper along with the marking scheme.